Hello, hello, and good morning. I hope that you are having a great day so far. It's 9:44 here in Vegas. Sorry, I'm getting on a little bit late. I've had some noisy people outside my window. They decided this morning they were going to cut down the hedges, and now they're blowing all of the leaves and getting that all cleaned up. It's a little irritating because to me, I think it's just a waste of money what they're doing, but I guess they're just trying to figure out ways to spend the money that they have to spend. So keeps the people employed, and that's the main thing, right? So, what are triggers and how do we identify them? Good morning. My name is Leslie Gadet, and I'm an empowerment coach. And what I do is I help my clients get a handle on their mental clutter so they're freed up to pursue their dreams and their aspirations and turn their visions for their lives into their reality. So, again, coming back to what are triggers? A lot of people I did a survey recently, and a lot of people came back with different ideas of what triggers were to them. And that's good because, you have to start somewhere to understand what triggers are, right? So I'll just give you some examples. I've got 8 examples written up here on my board. So what are triggers? Number 1, it could be the anniversary date of loss or trauma or around a particular time or event. It could be a scary news event. So something really bad happened and they're reporting on it in the news, and so it happened in your community, and it's scary, or it even could happen anywhere else in the world. Good morning. Thank you for joining. You could feel overwhelmed. So you have a lot to do, and you feel overwhelmed, and that triggers you. Or maybe you're going through some family turmoil. Number 5, you can see, is end of a relationship, which is a big one. Oh, this really puts people in a loop. Number 6 is isolation. So you're spending way, way too much time alone. Number 7 is judged, criticized, teased, or put down. That could be within your personal and or professional life. And last but not least, financial problems. So really, those are what triggers are. And those are some of the triggers that I've found that really kind of play the bigger triggers that seem to put people in a loop. So how do we identify our triggers? Being self-aware, that is number 1. That is key to managing your triggers. Hi, thank you, Pamela, for letting me know where you are. Wow, nice. Welcome. So being self-aware, of course, is key to managing your triggers. But how do we become self-aware in our busy, chaotic world, okay? Our world, not including the world surrounding us, but our own personal world. Because it will look different for everyone, and it depends on where you are at in your life right now. So start by asking yourself some questions. For example, I'm going to talk about a couple different topics. Let's talk about financial problems. So say someone in your life is doing really, really well. So someone that you know, and they look like they're just killing it in their professional life, in their personal life, in their financial life. And you stop and you wonder, start asking yourself things like, what does she have that I don't? Why is she successful, but I'm not? Why can she make this X amount of dollars, but I am struggling? So these are things that might, you see somebody else doing so well, you start self-doubting, and then you start asking yourself questions based around your self-doubt. So when it comes to financial issues, I also want you to ask these further questions of yourself. What is my relationship when it comes to money? Am I of an abundance mindset or a lack mindset? That's a really big one, if you have a lack mindset. Do I always worry that I won't have enough? Do I fear that if I spend X amount of dollars that something bad is going to happen, I'm going to find myself in real jeopardy? All of the above can trigger your stress hormones and take it to another level. And you in turn can become closed off. You can shut people out of your life just like that, shut down, and then become completely non-communicative. You don't want to talk to anyone at all. So what do? I get that, because you know what? I used to be that way. I would shut people out of my life. I would shut down, completely shut down, talk to no one about how I was feeling. And really, I was only hurting myself. I would really literally shut down. I wouldn't be in communication with any of my friends. People would start trying to track me down because they hadn't heard from me in a while. But that was just how I was at the time. So in order to have an abundance mindset, which is where you really need to go with this, because mindset is key, right? Being self-aware is number one, but then your mindset, how do you get back to your mindset, positive mindset? You'll have to learn to flip the switch of from saying, I'm afraid that if I spend money on, and whatever that something is, and then you end that sentence by saying that something bad will happen and I'll not be able to pay for an emergency, some type of emergency, because you're always going to put yourself in that negative land. And then you'll say, I'll not be in a safe financial position. So that's the lack mindset. Instead, I want you to start trying to say things like this. I will have enough money. My bank account will overflow. I will have everything that I need when I need it. You need to get into the abundance mindset when it comes to money and when it comes to your finances. You have to put yourself in the right frame of mind around money so that you can manage your money more effectively and efficiently. And in turn, you start to treat it more respectfully. Just because you have money doesn't mean it's there to spend frivolously on things you don't need, because there is that whole need and want thing, right? Or let's talk about having a super busy, stressful life where you have so much to do and you feel overwhelmed. So maybe you're that person who works a busy corporate job, 9 to 5. And most jobs nowadays have you multitasking. In other words, you're doing the job of maybe 2, which was more than what your original job description was when you were first hired, because things change. And employers are always trying to find ways, to make things more streamlined. And sometimes that means doubling up on the people they already have. And that doesn't mean that because they're trying to be mean to you. A lot of the time they feel like you can handle the load. Or maybe you are married and you have children. You've got the activities, your kids' activities. You've got your teacher-parent conferences. You've got to make dinner every day. You've got homework every day. You're cleaning your house every day. Well, parts of it anyways, you're doing the dishes, making sure you clean up some part of it. Then you got to try to find quality time to spend with your family as a whole. And once the kids are in bed, then you got to try to find time to spend quality time with your significant other. And last but not least, which is really important, is trying to find time for you, just you alone, so you can unwind. So all of this has you feeling overwhelmed and stressed, so that whenever things do get chaotic, whether at work or at home, you're triggered to react and respond by maybe being short-tempered, impatient, irritable, angry, or even worse, blame shifting your day onto those around you like it's their fault, right? You start saying, well, because of you, I'm feeling this way, when it really wasn't anything to do with them. But do you ever find when you're in the middle of something stressful and you just snap at the person closest to you, and it's usually one of your loved ones, because you're just in that frame of mind because you've just got so much going on. So how do you manage your triggers? Well, as I said, by being self-aware. And again, it's going to look different for everyone because your life is your life and no one else has the same life. Even if you have the same dynamic, a mom and dad, kids, or you are single and you have like a chaotic work life, you work a corporate job 9 to 5, you still have your other activities after work. You might have parents that you have to take care of, or you could be a single mom or a single dad raising a family. Even if you match up with somebody in your life who's got a similar lifestyle to you, it doesn't mean that what you're going through is going to be the same, that your triggers are going to be the same. No. It depends on where you are at in your life and what your circumstances are unique to your life, which leads me to talk about my upcoming group that I have. So I'm launching it this month. It's a VIP elite group, and it's going to be at the cost of, it's going to be a $33 per month enrollment monthly fee. That's it. But you get a lot out of it because you become part of a community. You get to lean on each other for support. You get to ask each other questions. Okay? And you never know who might be experiencing something similar to that which you're going through, or something, and that maybe you're experiencing something that someone already experienced, and they can help steer you in the right direction, or vice versa. You do the same. There's going to be weekly worksheets where we'll work through some real issues. There's going to be monthly challenges, and there might be some prizes to that. There's going to be a monthly Q&A live with me on Facebook where you can ask me anything. And the open registration is going to be the first week of September, and then it's going to be shut down until the first week of October. So every month, at the beginning of the month, it'll be open only for a short period of time. And then it's going to be closed down, just so that we can do some real work around real issues without interruptions by new people coming in. And when we're in the thick of things and asking, okay, where are we? How do I catch up? So going back through just real quick what triggers are, as you can see, I've written them on the board here if you can read them, but I'll read them out to you again. It's either like the anniversary date of loss, or a traumatic event, like based around a time. Could be scary news events. We've got a lot of things going on here in the U.S. There's just recently, last weekend, not this past, but the weekend before, there were a couple more mass shootings, and it's just become a reality. Gosh, I hate that. Like, it's become a way of life, but that can really trigger you. Feeling overwhelmed because you've got so much to do and you feel like so little time. Or you might even have turmoil within your own family dynamic. So you've got issues going on there. And that's very stressful. Perhaps even the end of a relationship. Someone who was really important to you. Could even be just a personal relationship, a friend, and you've just no longer friends. Or even just a romantic relationship. Or you're spending way too much time alone and you're isolating yourself, and that's not good either. Perhaps you feel judged, criticized, teased, or put down, and this could be in your both your personal and your professional life. So that can be a trigger. And last but not least, financial problems. So all of these things are triggers. As I was saying, how do we identify our triggers? By being self-aware and asking ourselves some real questions. Again, it's going to look different for everyone. It's not going to be cookie cutter, because your life is your life. My life is my life. How my triggers are different from yours. How I react and respond to my triggers is going to be different from how you react and respond. And that's really based on, because I've found ways to help me get through that. And so, again, around financial, like I said, a lot of people have a money lack mindset. I used to be that way. I was always afraid that if I spent anything, that something bad was going to happen and I wouldn't have money to take care of whatever happened. I used to be that way. And so I had to ask myself some hard questions, like, what is my relationship when it comes to money? Was I in an abundance mindset or a money lack mindset? And I was in the lack mindset, and I learned to flip the switch. I always worried that I wouldn't have enough, but now I no longer worry. Do you fear if you spend a few dollars here or a few dollars there, again, something bad will happen and you'll find yourself in a really bad place? And again, as I said, I was there, but I found ways to get out of that. So again, all of that can trigger you, to have stress hormones and take it to another level. You become irritable, short-tempered, angry. You take it out on the people closest to you. So get into that abundance mindset when it comes to money. Say that I will have enough. I will have what I need when I need it. I will have enough money. My bank account will overflow. You are going to be okay. If you start saying things like that, you're going to attract more of that to you, more positivity. And again, if you're having a stressful day, learn to be able to just be aware of what you're doing, why things are making you feel that way. And then, you can start to really become, as I said, become self-aware so that you're not taking things out on other people. It's really important. Be that person who realizes, I need to take a look at what I'm doing so that I don't take out my circumstances on others, so that I don't blame shift what's happening to me on others, because it's not their fault. It's something I'm going through and I don't know how to deal with it. And there are ways to deal with it. Like I said, that's why I'm so excited about this community, because when you join, you will get this information. You will learn how to become self-aware. You will learn the tools necessary so that you can become more self-aware and handle those mental triggers. And you will learn more about your own triggers and how to spot them and how to actually handle them, manage them, so that your life going forward can be the life that you want. Because I want you to start living the life you love, but I also want you to love the life that you live. So I hope this was helpful for you. And if you know of somebody who really needs to hear this message, please feel free to share this video. I thank all of you so much. There's so many of you on here today. Thank you so much for joining in, for supporting me. I appreciate you all. I know that you have busy lives. A lot of you on the East Coast, it's already in, some of you are in New Brunswick, which is like 4 hours away. Some of you in Ontario, 3 hours. Some of you are local. Some of you are actually in another country, across the world. So thank you so much again for your support, because I really, truly appreciate it. And listen, if there's anything you want to hear a topic on, please feel free to DM me personally or drop a note here in the comments and let me know, because I will look forward to reporting to you on that and perhaps helping you through that. And if there's something that you need personal help with, again, DM me personally, because I like to help. I'm here to serve you, the community. I hope you have a wonderful day. As I said, I'm here in Vegas. It is 10 o'clock. Gorgeous sunny day, a little bit warm, but it's okay. I love it here. It's my best, most favorite place of living so far. And I'm going to enjoy my day, because I've decided every day I'm going to live my day with an attitude of gratitude. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Until tomorrow, talk to you again soon. Bye for now.